Good day, everyone. The title of this paper is The Limits of Small-Scale Landlords, Binding Constraints to Residential Real Estate Expansion. I am Real S. Romero. I am the presenter of this paper as well as the co-author. For the introduction, the COVID-19 changes perhaps everything. So, fortunately, after 3 years of its damaging effect, the pandemic finally receded and provided optimism in the business community. That is, the gradual but unprecedented resurgence of economic activity and steady return to normalcy pushed the demand for residential real estate. With that being said, this scenario provided opportunities for residential landlords, both large and small scales, to expand their residential holdings or portfolios. However, the arena for the small ones is different. Moving forward, multifarious challenges such as economic, personal, and affordability remain as significant obstacles for small-scale residential real estate landlords to expand. These challenges considered as one of their dilemmas, whether which hindering their decisions whether to expand or not. Hence, in order to fully examine these challenges, the researcher launched a drive by conducting and developing this research in order to unravel the specific constraints that small-scale residential real estate landlords are currently experiencing. So, in order to achieve the primary objective of this study, the researchers utilized the following methodology. So in order to come up with the optimal number of research respondents as well as to establish the inclusion criteria, purposive sampling was used following the characteristics as well as the definition of small-scale landlords. With that, a total of 5 respondents were selected as qualified respondents, which is enough to avoid the saturation as well as redundant responses. So this paper is also qualitative in nature as well as possessing exploratory characteristics. Therefore, Delphi technique was used to assemble the possible themes which may arise from the responses of the research participants. So a structured interview guide question comprised of 3 main questions was developed which undergo stringent evaluation and review of experts before it was distributed. And most importantly, ethical considerations were implemented as well as observed by the researchers in order to preserve the integrity as well as protect the safety and privacy of the 5 research participants. Particularly, extreme confidentiality, respondents' volunteerism, and data privacy were observed and practiced by the researchers. As the experts' opinion were gathered, themes were assembled and were considered as the factors which will serve as the answers to this objective of this study. With those methodologies being put into action, the following results and discussions were developed and established. So there are 3 major parts assembled which comprises of different themes. The first part is the question focuses on the nature of small-scale landlords based on motivations to renting. The second one, which is the most important one, since it's comprised the themes or the factors for this question will serve as the constraints to real estate investment expansion for small-scale residential landlords. And finally, for the last one, the perception of small-scale landlords towards real estate investments. So moving forward, for the first part, there are 3 emerging themes arise. So the first one is being business-minded with the opportunities. The second one is making dwelling units available. And the third one is allocating income to expenditure. So the first part primarily focuses on the motivations why small-scale residential landlords are engaging into this kind of business. So basically, this is considered as business opportunities as well as a social entrepreneurship for them, since they provide and as well as address the physiological needs for the renters, and of course earning income for their personal needs as well as for the maintenance of their residential units. For the second part, which is the most important part, is the investment decisions and financial challenges, as well as other regulatory marketing limitations. So basically, the second part is considered as the most important one, since these are the primary constraints why the small scale real estate residential landlords are hesitant or reluctant to expand their residential units or portfolios, because just like the just like other small medium enterprises existing in the business community, small scale landlord experiencing financial challenges due to their limited financial resources, which impact their investment decisions. Finally, for the other regulatory and marketing limitations, in the post-pandemic years, many regulations were changed, many regulations were amended in order to respond to the demands of post-pandemic years. In marketing limitations, many technologies arrived during the in order to continue the way of doing business. So particularly the internet, the social media, as well as the latest one is the artificial intelligence. With the limited financial resources that the small scale landlords possesses, they have a limited capacity to embrace this kind of technologies, thus limiting their visibility. So for the last part, so the main reason as well as other reasons why, or the perceptions on of the small scale landlords why they have this kind of business is for the long-term investments. So with that result, other researchers were able to develop the following conclusions. So the first one is there are three parts which comprise of different themes. That is, the first part comprised of three emerging themes, while the second part comprised of two emerging themes. And finally, the third and last one comprises of one theme. Second, the main constraints toward expansion that the small-scale residential real estate landlords faced were the investment decision and financial challenges, as well as regulatory and marketing limitations. And finally, with these results, the theories presented in this examination, particularly in the first part of this paper, were proven. Specifically speaking, the modern theory of supply and demand was proven in the context that the inability of small-scale residential real estate landlords to expand their residential portfolios created shortage. So according to this theory, shortage occurred when the demand exceed the available supply. For the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, so given the social entrepreneurship reason of small-scale residential landlords, so they address or provided the physiological needs for the interested renters, as well as ensure the safety or addresses the safety need by providing dwelling units, as well as a conducive residential units for the renters. And finally, for the prospect theory, so there are a lot of uncertainties, especially the constraints which was discussed earlier. Those constraints were considered as risk and uncertainties, thus causing or creating a hesitance among small-scale residential real estate landlords to whether to expand their residential portfolios or holdings or not. So basically, that one created a dilemma which affected the decisions of small-scale landlords. So with those information gathered, so the following recommendations were made. So policymakers should provide a business-friendly regulation to the small-scale residential real estate landlords. Second one, both landlords should strengthen their partnership by putting their agreement into writing, and of course, be diligent and comply on what was written and such for them to achieve a win-win situation. And finally, and the third one, financial institution can be lenient to small-scale residential real estate landlords for them to overcome the financial challenges of expanding their holdings. And finally, future researchers should utilize this examination, particularly the information provided in this paper, as a prelude to a more exhaustive but economical examination regarding small-scale residential real estate landlords. And with that, this is Real S. Romero, your presenter for this paper, saying thank you, terima kasih, stay safe, and have a nice day. Thank you for listening.